And Nigerians have been reacting with shock and horror as chilling details continue to emerge of last week's willful murder of the 12-year-old Sylvester Oromoni Jr. by a group of his hateful classmates in Lagos. For an update on the story, 3 students of Downs College in the Lekki area of the state are currently in police custody for allegedly masterminding the dastardly crime, and that's according to the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumosu. Furthermore, the Down College Parents Forum in Lagos State has demanded an overhaul of the school management and hostel teachers, as well as the installation of closed-circuit television cameras within the school. And for what else needs to be done by all affected stakeholders in order to effectively tackle bullying in Nigerian schools, and also to check the occurrences of this nature, we are now being joined by Olubunmi Talabi, an author, publisher of Clever Clogs books, and the convener of the Akada Children's Books Festival. Welcome. Glad to have you on the program with us. Now, studies show that children who are bullied, they hardly ever speak out. And the issue is only brought to light when usually consequences have become severe. Now, how can we get children to comfortably open up about being bullied before it's too late?
I think having a clear line of communication and letting the children know that there is a safe adult that they can speak to, if not at school, then at least at home. I think that's really very vital. It's very key. It's very key, I would say, for parents to have time to listen to their children and not dismiss concerns that the children may have. Even if the concerns seem petty, it may be worth investigating.
All right, what's investigated? I think I like the word. But during the first Akada Children's Book Festival in 2019, you titled one of the festival sessions as Stop That Bully. What inspired you to include that session at a time when no one was really talking about bullying as we are now?
So we did that back then because it was a heartfelt cry of several children. They had a situation in their school or in their neighborhood. They had another child, and in some rare instances, even an adult, pick on them, and they didn't know what to do about it. They needed help. They needed tools. So the idea behind that workshop was to hopefully give them some tips that could help them know what to do in the event that they were being bullied. And it was also to let them know that they were not alone and that they could actually reach out and get help. And there were a couple of things that they could do. So we invited, we had speakers that came to talk to them, experts about what to do in the event of being bullied, how to recognize and know that you're bullied. And then the other aspect of it is for parents. How can a parent identify that their child is actually a bully? We talk about a child being bullied, but also bullies have parents. In many instances, we found that the parents don't know that their children are bullies. So we talked about how to recognize if your child is a bully, how to recognize if your child is being bullied, and then we talked to the children about what to do if you are being bullied.
Now, you're currently running a social media anti-bullying awareness campaign, and it's also tagged Stop That Bully. Could you tell us more about the campaign?
So the campaign will share some facts and critical information about bullying, such as signs of a bully, signs to identify a bully child, the effects of bullying, and it will also recommend some children's books that have addressed the topic and much more. So the idea is simply to encourage people to talk about their various experiences, because in sharing, they actually help other people. One of the things that has transpired is that since this absolutely horrible incident occurred, parents have come out to talk about the various things that have happened to their children. And we simply didn't know, like even people in their chat group, people in their circle, outside their family, did not know that their own children had gone through these things. And this is from a variety of schools, private schools, state schools, day schools, boarding schools. So there's no one type of school where bullying resides. It seems to be something that has occurred to different people from different backgrounds in different schools. So we saw that when one person opened up, it helped somebody else. So the purpose of our campaign purely is to help people feel empowered, help people feel that there's something they can do. And even if what you can do is share what happened to you, that may help somebody else. And that is the purpose. That's the reason why we're running the Stop That Bully campaign and reviving what we did at the Akada 2019 Children's Book Festival.
All right, Mr. Talabi, permit me to take you back to that particular question, because several people watching us want to probably get a little pointer or maybe something to wet your beak to probably go for that particular book. How do you know if your child is a bully? Just give us one of the pointers or the biggest red flag.
So though I'm not an expert and all I've done is research, but what we've noticed is that many experts say things like, is your child unduly concerned with being popular? Is your child aggressive, or does your child exhibit aggressive behavior? Apparently, these types of things. Is your child actually witnessing violence at home? Has your child been a of violence at home? And then obviously these things, it would have to take the parents being completely honest and open with themselves to answer these questions. But apparently these are some of the signs that perhaps your child might be a bully.
That's extremely useful. Thank you for that. But we also want to know, how can parents, guardians, and even schools, how can they all be a part of this anti-bullying campaign that you have going on? How do you think these activities at home can, stem this ugly tide of bullying in our society?
Yes. So again, it's about the conversation. It really is about speaking about your experience and then sharing it, posting it on your Instagram handle, for example. We've created the hashtag Stop That Bully because that was the name we gave to the workshop those years ago. But share the hashtag Stop That Bully and share your story, say what happened, and then it could help other people just get the conversation going. And it's really encouraging to see various parents forums springing up and parents coming together to talk about what can be done, what is the solution. And I think all stakeholders have to take responsibility, have to join hands, teachers, parents, even the pupils themselves. And in one case that I'm aware of, a victim of bullying had to be taken out of the school that the bullying occurred. But in his new school, he became an advocate for anti-bullying, and he started an anti-bullying campaign. So by sharing these various experiences, sharing these various solutions, things that other people did to help their child or things that other children did to stop bullying. And by the way, one of the things that I've seen over and over again is if a child in the school, an older child in the school stands up for the younger child who's been bullied, that bullying usually stops. So there's something that everyone can do. So we're not helpless in this. We don't have to experience another tragedy, and we pray that we don't see something like this again. So those are the various things that that the campaign hopes to achieve, getting people to talk about their experiences and sharing the things that worked for them to get bullying to stop.
All right, what factors likely motivate the children who bully?
That's as wide as the day. Different people bully for different reasons. It could be low self-esteem. It could be a desire to fit in with the in crowd. It could be a desire not to be picked on. It could be out of coercion. Somebody could be coerced and forced to do something that they themselves don't want to do, but for fear of having it done to them, they join the others. So bullies bully for a variety. It could be for monetary reasons. It could even be just out of sheer laziness. They want somebody else to do all their chores for them, so they bully someone smaller into doing it. It could be for a variety of reasons, and really only the mind of a bully can really reveal the answers as to why are you being mean to somebody else.
It's really just It's really puzzling and it's really sad, the things that we have to talk about constantly in order to get our children safe and mentally as they prepare for adulthood. But thank you so much for your time that you spent with us and enlightening us on the processes of the mind and the way bullies think and how we can spot bullies ahead of time and try to stem that tide. Thank you so much for joining the conversation this afternoon.